Hey guys, this was another last minute insane thing. There's a case we've been following. I've been talking to the mother of Ethan, and I don't have the last name. There's a missing guy. You'll learn the last name throughout this entire, and I'll show it on the screen actually. He went missing in the Columbus, Phenix City, Alabama area. There recently was a claim. The mother's been really doing her own detective work because the cops are not investigating this. They're treating it as a fugitive from justice case. It's actually a missing persons case. Police and investigators just aren't doing anything, unfortunately. It's all on the mother. Nug and Adam have decided to go and search the river, part of the river under the pedestrian walk where the claim was that this guy was thrown in the river with concrete attached to him. The river is fluctuating. We don't know what level it's going to be at. Nug and Adam, we're going anyway. It's going to be a long weekend for me. I'm driving 6 hours down there. Just got an Airbnb last minute. I was going to rent a car because I really don't want to go 6 hours with my Jeep, but I just don't have time. I'm going to stop for an oil change, hope for the best. Hope this thing can get me the whole 12 hours round trip. But yeah, we're going to do this. Going to go down there, meet them, do some droning probably. There's another guy, Lamb. He may be there. We're going to interview him too. He's been doing, potentially interview him, hopefully. He's been doing dog searches. He's a dog handler, and he trains them. He's worked with law enforcement, and he's been doing searches for this mother for a long time, so he's excited about this weekend too. I've been in close communication with him, so I'm looking forward to talking to him again in person. We met him up in North Carolina at one point when we were touring that area. So enough talking. I got a long drive ahead, so let's get going. All right, I am in Columbus, Georgia. This was my Airbnb last night. This is the street I'm on. This is not my kind of neighborhood, not my kind of place. So yeah, I was so exhausted last night when I got here. I didn't have time. I didn't really film anything. I just crashed. Got my stuff inside. And I ended up sleeping a little later than I wanted to this morning. I had my alarm set for like 7 o'clock and I slept right through it. So it's just before 9 here. I'm going to get to the river walk. Last night, the last message I got from Jeremy was that they weren't sure if they would be able to dive. Nicole, the mother, was disappointed because she really, the possibility of them not diving. But that's what they have to scope it out. The river has rapids on Google Maps, so that means sometimes it's shallow, but it fluctuates. So they're not sure the safety and if it's diveable. So if they're not there, I'm gonna do some droning of the area so I can get to know the river a little bit. And I've got my underwater drone to eventually do some searching, but I don't want to do that before they dive. These guys were coming a long way to get down there, and I don't really want to. If there's something to be found, I don't want to be the one to do it. because I beat them to the, river walk. They were coming down to do this. I want to let them dive. If they find something, that's fantastic for the mother. If they don't, then I'm going to do some scanning with the underwater drone. Not just at the bridge, but as far down as I can, as much time as I have. I have all day today, so I'm going to do... This is a small city, though, so it's a little harder to get away with doing stuff like this without attracting a lot of attention. So I'll do what I can. So I'm going to get over there now. On my drive that morning through Columbus, Georgia, toward the riverfront, I went through neighborhoods I wouldn't dare park my Jeep in. And given that the rate of homicides in Columbus, Georgia, at least as recent as 2023, was 4.5 times higher than the national average, that paranoia seems justified. However, as I walked toward the riverfront area, I focused my attention on access points to the river that criminals might take to get rid of evidence quickly and easily. My attention was immediately drawn to the stairs that went down to the Riverwalk trail along the water. While most of the paved Riverwalk is gated on the riverside, preventing people from walking down to the river's edge, I noticed a small wooded opening here providing easy and semi-private access, especially at night. Wow. I made a note of this for my search the next day. The pedestrian bridge connecting Columbus, Georgia to Phenix City, Alabama is absolutely beautiful, with shaded areas to sit and used by joggers, bikers, and families to enjoy views of the river on both sides. You can also watch a constant stream of thrill-seeking rafters coast slowly up to the edge of the rapids, tip over the small waterfall at the start, and then coast down the long flume-like channel formed by the rocks on both sides. On the surface, you would never guess that human remains have been found numerous times in this area, or that there were stories of criminals ditching evidence here. The contrast between each side of the river is significant, with Columbus on one side, a bustling riverfront of beautiful motels, restaurants, and nightclubs, and the much quieter and rougher looking Phenix City side, with sparse buildings and a single hotel near the Riverwalk. I made my way back up to the pedestrian bridge to see if I could find Nug, Adam, and Ethan's mother, Nicole. I wasn't sure what Nug and Adam's plans were, so when I saw a boat downstream, I assumed they were trying to attempt water access from downstream. Oh, I think I see them on a boat. Right down there. That might be them. And those rapids are insane. There's no way they're getting up here.
The skull was lamppost.
I would think it would be a deeper area.
Oh, and the jawbone was a youth remain. That was the other thing. My son was June 24th of 2022.
They send it off for identification here?
It's all sitting in the GBI lab.
Really?
Columbus has my DNA. Elmer County did my DNA and sent it over to Phenix City. Phenix City sent it back to Elmer County. Then it got tampered because it was sent back and forth. Because Phenix City is a jackass and they're not doing shit for me. So if we don't find anything here today, they will see me face to face again with everything that I've got on both of my damn phones, all the screenshots of the biological mother outing her own damn daughter. This was Ethan's go-to relax me, calm down spot. And the oddest thing is his best friend / his roommate at the time is in jail for murder. So, go figure. It does make me wonder, could he have killed his best friend? I have no clue.
So what I'm wondering is if somebody threw, say they tied concrete block to each of his legs and put him right in the middle where the current's the worst, could the current still pull him?
I don't think the cinder block should move. That's time goes on, you get pulled
Slowly
apart.
pulled apart.
Because this thing rages up and down like nonstop. It's like a current. Definitely, he could be spread out all over the area. But this gets big when they open it.
I
up.
bet it does, yeah.
I think it's class 4 right here.
So it goes above that wall, do you think? That wall of rocks? No, it goes to
Look,
that
you see
line.
the water line
yeah.
over there. I don't think so. That's why I built this wall to keep the current off of that.
Yeah, at least if you find cinder blocks, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. If we can find the cinder blocks, that gives me all
yes.
right. That'll give.
That's some
this
evidence.
This would be what, Russell County, or this would be Columbus. I don't know whose jurisdiction this would be.
Jeez, I don't know. Right over
This
the
would
river.
cross over, and this would not be Phenix City either way. So that would give whoever's jurisdiction this is my info.
Yeah.
And Ethan's case.
Yeah.
So they can, Phenix City can just pass it up.
Yeah. That's one way to handle it.
So that's all. That's like somebody made a comment. Look, ain't nobody gonna get that water for you because this isn't. I'm like, all I need is the cinder blocks and the rope or chain or whatever.
Confirms the story.
It confirms the story.
Yep.
At that point, I can have them push the DNA on the head, the femur, the hip bone,
Yep.
and whomever's jurisdiction is can get my DNA again and push it all right then. Because then this all confirms the story I was given.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got it in recording. And I've got a screenshot of the biological mother outing her own daughter. So that confirms it all again. So, you see those stairs way down there?
Yeah.
She said that's where they found the skull at.
Oh, really?
Because it floods down there. She said that's where she believes the lake was. And the benches. And everything. That's where it floods at.
These dumps here, those bones made all the way down there. This whole area we littered.
Yeah.
But the cinder blocks wouldn't move. I wouldn't think. They'd be right here somewhere.
Yeah, they'd be right here somewhere.
Hey! Long time no see.
Good to see you.
How's it going? Did you bring your dogs too?
Yeah, I've got 3.
nice. How many you got?
3.
Woo! They're ready to go.
I was right. It is lamppost 33. It's so sad that I can remember so much detail.
Oh, down
on
that way. That's you were talking about the lamppost way
Yeah.
down there.
Hi, finally.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That just amazes me so much. I would freak out with my dog off leash. And they just, you could stay, they stay in a radius of him. It's amazing.
Hi, babies. Listen, this came right to me.
He's the sweetest one.
Man, I could never do that. I could never do that. It's okay. I'm okay. Oh, you bumped him in the head, man.
My dog and my kitty cat are not gonna like me when I get home.
That'll be alright.
Oh, just have to scramble.
Well, and we can keep walking that way. I was going to come down through here and just walk the bank.
He's 30 something. That's nasty.
Probably nothing more than iron oxidation, but
It looks old.
look at this.
Oh, that is weird.
Oh, looks like blood.
Dude, that is weird. Yeah, that looks like...
Your dog is getting hit on that?
That potentially looks like blood.
It does potentially look like blood.
There's a bunch of bricks and cinder blocks right there.
Yeah, it's same over here. There's blood all throughout there. Or it looks like blood anyway, blood stains.
Come on.
No rope?
That is crazy.
No bone?
Nug and Adam went through their preparation ritual, gearing up for the dive with their wetsuits, evidence collection bags, oxygen tanks, and cameras. As they headed down to the river, you could see the anticipation on Nicole's face. Few people had offered to help search for her missing son up to this point, and today she had 2 of the best divers out there offering her support. As they went through their preparations in the water, Nicole, Lamb, and I watched from the shore. Adam seemed eager to get going so he could test out his new dry suit. The water on this day, thankfully, was very clear, and the predicted rain was still holding off, so conditions were very good for a dive. And so the search began. I've watched Adam and Nug dive often enough to recognize that they have developed a systematic approach together. Today, they wouldn't waste any dive time. They searched the river bottom even as they made their way toward the pedestrian bridge. At the bridge, they took their time, Nug searching the Columbus side of the bridge, while Adam did his searching starting from the Phenix City side. Lamb put his dogs to work along the Alabama side of the shoreline near the bridge, since he'd already previously searched the Columbus side in past searches. His dogs explored a radius around him using their well-trained noses to sniff out any sign of human remains. I'd watched Lamb working in North Carolina and already recognized his style. Laid back but very focused, searching himself but also watching his dog's behaviors for the telltale sign of an indication that only Lamb would recognize as an authentic alert. Unfortunately, Nug, Adam, and Lamb could find no evidence of human remains on this day.
I would love to know why they were sitting on the bone.
They said there's not enough DNA to run.
On the jawbone. On the jawbone.
There's so much technology nowadays. You always see on the news, like, they're figuring shit out with a strand of hair.
That's
Can't
right.
figure out who the skull belongs to.
That's right.
They've got my DNA. Columbus does.
Blows my mind.
So the jawbone, there's not enough DNA to pull from it. They need his dental record. I can't
I
get
think
that.
you get DNA their teeth.
They can DNA teeth.
Especially teeth out there.
You would think, but they said there's not enough there. I don't know.
If there's actual teeth there, they could drill
Oh
it
yeah,
with
there's
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah.
There's teeth there. I could go to the PD here in Columbus and talk to Sergeant Baker and give her all this new information too.
Yeah, we really didn't help you much, besides kind of looking. You know, I didn't see one cinder block, honestly. Seen some he found a belt. Didn't know if he wanted to show it to you. Didn't know if it was if you recognized it.
I don't think Ethan really will, but it's like slag his ass out.
Yeah, I didn't see any jeans, no t-shirts. Found a woman's bra.
Nice.
Some wires.
But I've got to get some police paperwork from Phenix City.
Good luck.
Oh, they're gonna give it to me.
Don't get arrested.
No, I can't call my husband and bail me out because he'll go to jail too.
It is tempting to go with you and just put you live while you're talking to them.
Oh,
Keep them honest.
That would definitely keep them honest.
Yeah.
But they'd probably give you hell for filming in the police
They
station.
would give me hell. I'd have to be one of those First Amendment guys.
That's right.
A First Amendment auditor. I have a right to record in public places.
Yeah, it's a public place.
There's a bunch of damn kids standing up here when I was sitting on the rocks trying to warm up.
I started
Chucking
to say
rocks at
something.
me.
Okay.
No way.
I was just like, you little turd.
Throw rocks back at them.
There's a couple.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of adults on the side. They were yelling at the kids, and the kids were ignoring them. And I was like, hell this. I got back in the water, swam to the other side.
That's messed up. What the hell?
Get beamed in the back of the head.
Who's raising these kids these days?
Yeah, dude.
Just 3 o'clock. You guys are done for the day, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, by the time we actually get down to that spot, the water's gonna come up.
Yeah, it's already 3, so.
But I mean, definitely not done, obviously. I mean, I'm sure as it warms up more. I've never dove here before, so like, this kind of, it was exciting.
Stay tuned for updates. We'll have those, and I know Ryan's going to have those on his channel.
Definitely.
I'll have that link below. And, you know, me and Jeremy, we're going to have videos. But if you guys have any tips or anything, make sure to leave those down below and email that. And we appreciate you guys' support, and thanks for watching. Anything else I wanted to say? Or
Just cooperation, right?
Cooperation.
Yeah.
Honestly, we can do a second video pretty much focusing on all this coming up. Like, depending on what you guys figure out, we can do another big ass collaboration.
Yep. Put some more pressure on them if we have to.
It's pretty bad when you find something with teeth and they're like, oh, we still can't figure it out. And I was like, that's
Insane.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I thought DNA came from TT.
Yeah, I thought you could drill right into the center. And
But
pull out all
they're
the
saying
goodies.
there's not enough DNA to extract. Is what they're saying.
Maybe not on their
So-
budget.
Right. We do know it's all sitting in the GBI lab. Don't know which one because Georgia apparently has 3.
3 labs?
Apparently.
Must be nice to have that many
Because
labs.
I called a lab and they told me they couldn't give me no info. I need to call Muskogee County. So I
Wow.
called Muskogee County and they told me to send them information by email. So I did that and Baker calls me. She said they need a dental record. So I can't get the dental record because that dentist is retired.
Did somebody take over his office at least?
No. He has a private office.
So they shut down the office and all the records are...
Correct.
Oh, come on.
That's what I said. I tried the dental board of dentistries, left them a message, and I still ain't heard nothing back.
I mean, those are people's dental records. They can't just throw them away. It's gotta be a place they get archived. I'll have to do some research on that.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
how bad Phenix City is. They're so tunnel vision that Ethan is hiding, and he's a fugitive on the run. Just recently, now my mother who has cancer and just went in remission for the 2nd time, they sent cops to her house. This woman is in a wheelchair and on oxygen full time. They sent cops to her house. Are you dumb?
Wow. Yeah.
Y'all are that tunnel vision that he is a fugitive on the run that you sent cops to her house. They just did this after, what, almost 3 years of him missing. They just now did this.
So because of all the rumors,
I have
like it's
no-
picking up steam now, so they're pretending to investigate the fugitive stuff.
I mean, how serious was the charge? Is the charge of trying to?
Shooting into an occupied dwelling in an unoccupied vehicle.
I mean, that's,
But remember now, they didn't issue the warrants till 4 days later.
We need that police report.
I need that police report.
Yeah.
And why didn't they arrest him that night when they should have?
They left him there.
Why didn't they put a
Yeah.
1013 D
6
hold
hours
on
later.
there?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Sorry,
Like, if
how
you
do I
threaten
know-
suicide, you can.
Oh, okay. See you in the morning.
It's
Have
literally
fun.
called.
Yeah.
It's literally called in Alabama a 1013 D hold.
Yeah.
Why did they put it on? How do I know that? Dang, I have cop friends. How do I know that?
Well, let's go politely ask for the police report. We'll see what happens.
I will try to be polite to the.
Make sure you walk in and
Silva's there, I
go,
will
"What's your
try-
badge number?"
If Silva
good seeing
is
you guys
there,
again.
I will try to be polite to Silva. I'm not promising. I've done cuss that joke. 11.
11:11. Ooh, that's creepy.
So you just throw them. Persistence, please knock loudly.
There's no button. The lights are all off.
It says knock loudly.
I don't think anybody's coming. I don't think they're staffed on the weekend, unfortunately.
They should be. There should be an officer in here somewhere. Smells good.
It does smell nice. I'm just gonna take a look around. There's a sign that says police report, 2nd floor.
I sure was 6 o'clock.
See? Police report, 2nd floor. You could call. To pick up police reports or accident reports, please go through doorway, 2 elevators, and up to the 2nd floor.
At least I got climb stairs.
It literally says you can get police reports, so.
Yeah, but are they gonna give me that one? Simple on this case.
That should be easy. Ah, they're closed.
I just want to talk to the officer.
You probably are gonna have to come during the week. Wait, do you hear voices? Everything's closed.
I can hear people.
Yeah, they're in there.
I can get one out here. Hey, I'm trying to see if Silva's here today or somebody.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm sorry. Have you already let somebody know you're here?
No, I was trying to call.
Oh, if you go back downstairs to the lobby and pick up the phone and tell dispatch, there's a phone, a black phone. In the lobby, it goes straight to dispatch. When you pick it up, you just need to tell them to see Sergeant Silver. I'm not sure if he's here or not. I haven't seen him. I'm just working at detail, so I'm not sure. I just got to work a little bit ago.
There's a black.
Dispatch. Oh, that goes to dispatch. They're probably going to tell you to come during the week to get a report.
Well, I also want to give Silva all this.
True. You haven't reported that to him yet? Oh my gosh.
Hey, I need to speak with Silva or any other officer that's on my son's case. Ethan Boyt, February 23rd of 04.
Did they say missing persons?
Yes.
So he's now a missing person?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Whereas
That's
the past almost 3 years, he's not been missing.
Wow.
He's been a fugitive on the run. Now you have, it's only been one case for almost 3 years.
I wonder
And
what,
she just asked me which case.
I wonder what Silva's going to say about that. Like why?
Every other time I've called about my son's case, it's been one case.
Yep.
Now you ask me which case.
Wait, you gave the name and they said which case?
Yes.
So they kept the fugitive one open, but this is...
No, she asked me which case. And I said, what do you mean, which case?
Yeah.
She said, do you want the missing person case?
What's the
Yes, that's great.
What's the other case?
I guarantee it's his fugitive case.
The fugitive one. So they've kept both open. So they're investigating both possibilities?
Yeah, but I want to know when the missing person one came open.
Maybe it was... They've heard about
All this.
Yeah.
But now I'm fixing to give you all of this.
Yeah. Hopefully they're pursuing it. That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
So did we just put enough pressure on them?
Speak with Investigator Silva?
That's who she was supposed to be getting me.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got it.
And y'all together?
Yes.
I'm covering her story. I'm a reporter.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
I got a lot of information you may want to get off my phones that came up in the past 2 days.
Okay. Yeah. If they can, how long they can, or just whenever they get in contact with Silva, he'll be right there and talk to
Okay.
her. All right.
Because he's definitely don't want this information.
I got you. Oh, here he is, right here.
Here we go.
I may have to silence my phone.
Man himself.
Hey, I'm Ethan's mom. How are you? I have some information on my phone you may want to get, but I also need to get reports.
I can't give you any reports.
Why?
Nah, you have to get with records on that.
Okay, I just drove 2 hours because now I hear he's a missing person. That y'all have him as a missing person?
Yeah, there's a missing person case, yes.
Can I get that report so I can hear that
I
case?
can't give you any reports. That has to get it from records.
How am I going to get something from records when I can barely make a 2-hour drive here? Which I did do today.
They're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5.
Okay, Monday through Friday I can't do because I have a kid in school also.
You can call them and see, because you have to pay for the reports, so you can call them and see, how much it would cost and if they could fax them or email them or anything like that.
So when somebody files a missing person report, we pay for those too?
Yes. If you want a copy. Any copies you want, you have to pay for it.
It's good news. You can get a copy though. That's good news.
Okay,
But it's got to come from the records department.
we can do that.
Yeah.
We can get that.
Just got to be during the week.
The police reports for me.
At least you got that.
Can I get
right?
somebody else to come get the police report that lives here?
They'd have to be somebody that's associated with the report. So I think the girl that made the report, she can get a copy.
Kennedy.
I don't remember her name.
Kennedy.
I think she's on there. She can get a copy. I've been hearing that he's somewhere on the English page, but I went down there and showed him a bunch of people his picture, and there's about like 6 or 7 different people that said they see him down there riding on a bicycle. That he's living in the woods, but
We've already searched that area. He's not down there.
I heard that from 6 or 7 different people, but this is just other people saying it, so.
They thought he was at the daycare sleeping on somebody's porch. Y'all didn't look into that. I did, but it was somebody that was too fat for him and he didn't have the tattoos. Anybody think about asking him, hey, do y'all see the tattoos?
Yeah, he's supposed to have a tattoo on his neck.
And the bicep, and the forearm.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, that's all I've heard. I've heard that he was somewhere in the woods, hanging out with some other guy, they said.
Well, he's not, I'm telling you.
I get your frustration, for one thing, 100%, but that's huge news this weekend that you now know you have a missing case that you can actually use to get all the resources you need to start all of those things you couldn't do before. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
But you're angry, I could tell.
Oh.
Like, you're really angry. You were ready to start yelling at him, and I appreciate the fact that you held back.
He had to bring a cop with him down there. He sent the cop out first. You saw that, right?
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
He sent a scrawny little cop out first for a handicapped woman.
I couldn't gauge, I'll be honest with you, like, I didn't get the sense that he, like he doesn't strike me as a, number one, corrupt detective, but he seems to suspect things, like when he was talking about the people reporting that he was seen, like, homeless, living somewhere, he seemed to actually believe that.
He does believe it, because people keep saying they spotting him here, they're spotting him there. But every time Kennedy, which is another one of my son's friends, has went and searched this spot and that spot that they keep spotting him at, it's never been him. It's always been somebody that either resembled him or looked like him, but never him.
You find the person that was actually reported as being him?
Rachel's went and looked in this spot.
And
it's not him.
Okay.
Rachel's went and looked in this spot already. It's not him. It's somebody resembles him. The guy does not have the tattoos that Ethan has.
Yeah.
It's not him.
And now you have secondhand information
Third speaking person, or whatever they want to call it.
That the girlfriend said they threw him off the bridge.
Yeah.
Are we okay putting that public now?
Oh yeah, we can open it public.
Okay.
I'm opening all of it public.
Has she spoken to you, the girlfriend? Has she spoken to you ever? Antonio's girlfriend?
No.
Never spoken to you?
Will not speak to me.
Won't speak to you. Neither will he.
The recording I have is from a friend of their family member. So the lady called me. The recording I have is from a lady that has known Antonio's girlfriend's family for 18 years.
Okay.
That's the recording I have.
And she said she was told by her that happened. But you can't use it because it's secondhand, thirdhand.
The police department can't use it because it's third-hand information. And he's saying that Columbus can't use, which I'm tempted to drive right across that bridge and go to Columbus and talk to Baker.
Do they have a case open?
They have the skull, the femur, the hip bone, and the jawbone.
Do you know the detective?
Baker.
Well, what the hell? Let's give it a shot.
Let's do this.
During the week, you said you have somebody who can get the missing persons report.
Yeah, I have to get Kennedy to come down here and get it.
And then you could
I can't get the record unless I come down here.
Once you have that in hand, and you have, I know it's secondhand claim, but maybe she'll be willing to work with you here on putting the two together. You know, the missing person, the claim. You could ask her, if he did get thrown off the bridge like they said, does it put it in your jurisdiction? Can you open a case? Like, would that give her enough to open a case over here?
Yeah.
And then help you out.
Because...
And get those things tested.
Now that they've actually got a missing persons report.
Right.
Because even when I came down here and got my DNA, there was not a missing persons report.
Right.
She even said it.
She did. She said there's no missing persons report.
Yes, because she looked. Because she had to look. But he was in the NICI database because she looked.
Okay.
But only as a fugitive.
So that's what I'm telling you with that report in hand. It opens.
And my husband, I was just talking to my husband about it. He's like, they backlogged it. They're trying to cover their tracks.
They are.
And he said, as far as them seeing him somewhere, he said, that's bullshit too.
Yeah.
He said they're covering their tracks for some reason.
I think the gang members are distracting the police with those reports.
No, he also thinks that Phenix City is corrupt.
Yeah.
He thinks they're involved.
Yeah.
Even in my Elmore County cops are telling me the same thing. He said somebody in that police department's involved.
It's hard to go that far. It does point in that direction, the things they're ignoring. things they've been doing, the weird, of course, missing 6 hours before he actually got, they returned the next morning. That doesn't make any sense. I think that's what Adam's going to report. That's what Nug is going to cover. And I think that's what we're going to say.
All the evidence I have, we can technically use because they said they can't.
Yep.
As you heard it himself, he said he can't use it. So why can't we?
Yep. With the missing persons report, hopefully she'll open an investigation and use that evidence. Get those bones tested related to the missing persons case.
Yeah, because I'll call her first thing Monday morning and talk to her.
Yeah. Sounds like she might be willing to help. She might be the one to help you. If anybody can, she'd be probably the one to do it. Yeah. Hopefully. She's a detective?
She is a detective on all those remains that keep getting found that are unidentified, yes.
Good. Good.
And she's the one who she said my DNA got bounced from Phenix City back to Elmore and bounced back to Phenix City because it was supposed to have been taken and given to Phenix City to get ran against a set of remains that was found there, and still don't know what came of those remains.
Why'd they get bounced around? Like, why? Why is it just madness?
So my DNA was eventually tampered DNA and couldn't be used. She asked me to come deliver my DNA directly to her.
Probably the best thing, yeah.
I borrowed my mother-in-law's car again. At that time, drove all the way down here to deliver my DNA to her.
Everything goes wrong when it goes through that police department. What the heck?
That's what I keep saying.
I mean, I don't want to point blame. I don't want to accuse anyone of anything, but man, it doesn't look good for them. This doesn't look good for them at all.
I'm telling you, when it all comes out and said and done, and eventually there is a remain piece left that is diagnosed as Ethan, they have one hell of a lawsuit coming.
They've got a lot of explaining to do, that's for sure. So tomorrow, you don't have to hang around. We're just gonna, I might go with Lamb if he comes. And if not, I'm just gonna go drone a little bit at the amphitheater, see if I see anything in the water, and that'll do it.
If you find something, let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know either way.
Call Baker. Find something.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna go to Phenix City. I will immediately, and actually it's on this side of the river.
So call Baker.
Yeah.
Is who I've
What's the full name?
I don't know, I just know her as Baker.
Baker,
Sergeant
Detective
Baker.
Sergeant Baker. Okay.
That's who I know her as. It's a female.
Okay.
But I'd rather deal with them anyway.
Well, it was nice meeting you. Good luck with everything, and I'll be in touch.